I'm Kristen Hayworth. I am the RPG coordinator for Big Bad Con, and I am here to tell you just one of the reasons why you should attend Big Bad Con. So we have some of the best GMs from any con around, and we get these GMs because we don't just open up game submittals and sit back and wait for games to come to us. We go out and we seek out the GMs who have ran fantastic games for us. We talk to our friends and other gamers, and we find out what GMs they want to see at a con, who has ran great games for them, whose games they would play in again. We find the GMs who just have reputations as having the best games, and then we go out and we find these people. We seek them out, we beg them, we plead them, we bribe, blackmail, and kidnap, whatever it takes to get these GMs to Big Bad Con to run games for you. We have Carl Rigney. Carl Rigney runs over 100 games a year generally. I've played in his Don't Rest Your Head. I played in a Shadowrun, Don't Rest Your Head hack. He runs Dogs in the Vineyard, loves to run Apocalypse World, and he just runs all sorts of games. He wants to share the games that he likes with you. Carl doesn't just bring a game to a con either. Carl brings a ton of games to a con. And this year, we are having our very own Carl Rigney room. We are giving Carl a private room where he will just run games the entire convention for you. This year he's running Monster Hearts, Lacuna, and a Don't Rest Your Head, a movie push mashup called Don't Push Your Luck. Not to be missed. We have Sean Hayworth. I might be a little biased here, he is my husband, but he runs fantastic games. And we are going to be sticking him in our burning room. We are having a room just for the burning games this year, and that's where he'll be running. He'll be running Burning Wheel, plenty of Burning Wheel, and he'll also be running Free Market. Also, good thing to know about Sean is that we always have pickup games on us. He normally carries around Jungle Speed, he has Spot It, he'll run Action Castle at a moment's notice, loves to run Free Market. If you can't get into the Free Market session in the Burning Room, get Sean, get some people together, he will run it for you. Lenny Balsama, might have heard of him, kind of was lead developer on the Dresden Files RPG and Spirit of the Century. But what you don't know from his games, and you should probably find out at Big Bad, is what a great GM Lenny is. Lenny just runs great games, and he'll be at Big Bad this year. He's going to be running a lot of Fiasco. So if you want to play Fiasco, Lenny is the person to find. Lenny will run Fiasco for you. Also, he's bringing his very own Jedi Purge playset this year. It's a mashup of Star Wars and Fiasco that he has created, and it will be a Big Bad. Who would you put in a burning room? Just off the top of your head. Maybe Luke Crane? Because we got Luke Crane. Luke Crane is coming to Big Bad Con this year to run games for you. He's going to be in the burning room. In case you haven't played in any of his games, in case you're not familiar with them, Luke Crane wrote Burning Wheel, wrote Burning Empires, wrote Mouse Guard, created Free Market with Jared Sorensen, is involved in a whole slew of just new and exciting projects, and he's taking time to come game with us. We're very excited about this. He's going to be running Burning Wheel for you, and he's going to be running a couple of panels, one of which is going to be a breakfast panel. Come dine, grab a bite to eat, ask questions, listen to Luke talk. It's going to be great. Also at Big Bad this year, we're going to be having Todd Furler run games. Now, Todd runs games like they're movies. And not just any movie, not just good movies, but the movies that when you see your friends a few days after you've seen it, you're still talking about it. The movie just gets in your head, you can't get it out. That's the kind of game that Todd runs. If you don't leave the table shocked and awed, Todd's kind of disappointed. He spends the rest of the night in his room just crying and filled with regret, which isn't true, but he will, he's going to be wondering what's wrong if you're not impressed with this game by the end. This year he's running Monster of the Week, and I kind of checked out a little bit of the game. The power level description is fairly kick-ass. I think you need to be in this game. Ryan Macklin of the Master Plan podcast. He worked on the Dresden Files. He is coming back to Big Bad this year, and he's bringing both of his games. The more commonly known one, Mythender. To sum it up, you kill gods. That's all you need to know. You go around and you kill gods. That is the point of Mythinder. I don't know why you wouldn't want to play it. He's also bringing out his new game, Emerging Threats Unit. So check those out. Very exciting. Can't wait to see him. Jason Morningstar, you know how I mentioned that Lenny is running Fiasco? Jason wrote Fiasco. Jason's another one of those people who not only writes fantastic games and creates fantastic games, he runs fantastic games. We're going to have Jason in Games on Demand. So you can stop by, you can tell him what you want to play, and he will be there to run it for you. Also, very exciting, he's going to be running a 12-person LARP, a 12-person midnight LARP called Tribunal. I saw a little bit of the description of this game, talked to Jason about it a little. This game seems so intense, I would almost be scared to be in it. It is just going to blow people away. And since it's at midnight, it is going to be the Midnight Tribunal. Keep an eye out for that one. Following that, Gil Treviso. Gil is known for just absolutely throwing himself into his games. Gil has crazy characters and funny voices, and Gil researches every little bit of the game to provide you with just this entirely immersive gaming experience. And he runs 8-hour games. So it's not like, a nice little 4-hour burst of energy. It is 8 hours of on the edge of your seat action. That's the kind of game that Gil runs. This year, Gil is bringing Call of Cthulhu to Big Bad. From what I know of Gil, this is going to be the Lovecraft adventure for the ages. Even the old ones are going to be talking about it. Also, coming to Big Bad this year is going to be Josh Roby. Josh Roby did Vicious Crucible, did Smallville, Sons of Liberty, Void Vultures, Full Light, Full Steam, and he is bringing Blood and Tears, the LARP of Houses of the Blooded, to Big Bad this year. And on top of that, not only is the game going to be awesome, we got the gazebo at the Hilton just to run this LARP in. So you will be LARPing in and around the gazebo. It's going to blow people away. And last but not least, Big Bad GM. We're going to be having 4 of the best GMs competing for the title of the biggest, baddest GM in the land. And you might be asking, how did you determine who the 4 best are? I'll tell you. You guys picked them. Attendees from last year all filled out a survey, and they marked whether they would recommend their GM for Big Bad or not. And we took all the recommendations and found the top 4 recommended GMs. And we're going to pit them against each other. I'm told I can't give them weapons, but we are going to give them dice. We're going to give them a system. It's going to be fantastic. If you can, try and get in the competition tables. They're loud, they're exciting, they're fast-paced, everything's moving. Seat of the pants. They are great games. It's going to be Matt Still, Mike Bogan, Mike Garcia, and Scott White this year. I've been told I can't give them weapons, but they are going to have dice, they are going to have a table full of people, and they're going to have time constraints, they're going to have plot constraints. It's going to be fantastic. If you can, sign up for the Big Bad GM competition to play in one of the games. They're fast-paced, they're exciting, they're good time, and those GMs are going to be not only running their normal fantastic games, they're going to be stepping it up because they want that title. They want to be the Big Bad GM. And this is just our short list. This is the smallest list that we can make of all the fantastic GMs that are going to be coming to Big Bad Con.